Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is going to be another raid Shadow Legends video. So we're going to do a champion guide on my newest legendary non-dupe that I got from this boosted summons weekend. It's actually someone that I've been after. It's not one of the top 3 or top 5 that I put in my recent video for my wish list of legendaries, but it is somebody that I've been after, Longbeard. I have not even tried him out yet, guys. That's how fresh this is. I got him about an hour ago. I leveled him straight away. I used a ton of my brews to get it done. That's what I saved my brews for speed leveling someone I'm excited to get. So Longbeard's definitely someone in that camp. Definitely excited to get him. He is another one of the big bad boy ally attack champions. So for those that have seen my Lanicus video, very similar style champion, but got a slightly different kit. And he actually fits better in my team than Lanicus does. So what does he do? He's got an attack, one enemy on his A1, will ignore shields and block damage buffs. I actually didn't even know that he did that until I just checked this out. Very cool for the arena. Very cool in the current meta if you're going up against somebody like a Krisk, or if the tower's throwing in defenses, that type of thing. Goes straight through it and can take people down. So I like this. Nice for an A1. It's good to have some utility on an A1 which isn't busted, but is still actually pretty useful. All attack based on his stats. He has got an A2 which can apply the weaken. It's on a 2-turn cooldown, which is actually very low, and it places it for 2 turns. So I booked him out. Yeah, it would be a 3-turn cooldown unbooked. This is nice. So if you do not have Razin in your Clanboss mix, let's say you're using a Martyr for your decreased defense and then someone else for your decreased attack, or maybe you're using a Tayrail that does decreased defense and decreased attack pretty consistently, Longbeard can come into your Clanboss team, apply your weaken and keep it up for the whole fight, and also bring the third skill, which is his biggest skill, ally attack. So ally attack just means you're going to get more hits for your turns. And the great thing about ally attack is that it doesn't cool down the buffs on your team. So if you've got counter attack on one of your team members, if you go in and do an ally attack, it won't cool down a tick of your counter attack, which is really important. You don't want that to happen. So really, really amazing skill this. Attack with 4 allies. It just means you're getting more and more hits in the Clanboss. If you're doing it on something like Fireknight, same again, you'll get multiple hits in and you'll do damage, and also you'll get that weaken out from his A2. So really cool kit. He's got a dungeon crit rate aura. I think crit rate's one of the weaker auras. It's more of an early game. If your early game crit rate aura is brilliant, if you're late game, you should be able to get your crit rate up with gear. So all in all, I love this champion. He's a brilliant champion. I was really excited to get him when I pulled him. Looking at his ratings, I'll change it to what I think. Anything arena, top tier. Clanboss, top tier. Dragons is going to be strong. Fireknight's top tier because he gets all those multi-hits in for you. Minnows, he will cruise. Campaign, I guess I can't see it. I can't see how he would be strong in campaign, really. Good as like a 5-man team, a 4-man team walking through it, but definitely not going to be a campaign farmer for you. Spider, again, probably not the strongest area. You'll get weaken out. You'll get some multi-hits out. Maybe if you've got him paired up with somebody like an Armiger and you're trying to drop turn meter. Maybe if you have got someone, who else would I say that would do the same type of thing? There's not many others that I'd pair him with. Allure maybe. So for me, it's not his area. Magic Keep, kind of reasonable, gonna do work for you. Arena defense, brilliant. Spirit Keep, absolutely fine. Ice Golem, very good, very strong. You just got to be careful that you don't blow too much of the enemies. The main Ice Golems turn me. I'm saying is health down. Otherwise, you might trigger like 2 attacks at once. Void Keep, again, all the keeps you'll be fine on. Yeah, and Faction was actually brilliant. So all in all, really, really solid ratings. Masteries, what have I done? I've done him as an arena build. So I've made his accuracy come through so I can use him elsewhere. I've also done Evil Eye. Evil Eye will drop turn meter even on his ally attack. That's great. And then we've gone for the kind of damage build. This is what I use on most of my high damage champs. So he's not going to be high damage, but it will. I've built him for damage. So what have I done on this build? We've gone 3.8k, 3.9k attack, 265 speed. I want him to go second in my team. I've got some accuracy in the build so that I can use him for that weakening in other areas. Not got much crit rate. I would prefer to have put crit rate gloves here, but I don't have one with high enough speed, and he does lack a little bit of base speed compared to some of the other ally attackers. His other base stats are good, but his speed could do with about another 10 if he really wanted to compete. That's where he kind of falls behind Lanarkis. Between the two of them, I think his kit is better, but he falls behind Lanarkis on speed. What I really love about his ally attack is that he makes everybody do 20% more damage. Increases the damage inflicted by 20% of your allies. That's why I've been after him. So I've been using Lanarkis, does the same move, but her ally attack fills their turn meter and increases their buffs. So they both got very cool abilities. For me, this one for the arena is even better. So I'm going to show you some arena fights. I'll show you him in some other content as well. I've got him in immunity gear here. Got immunity gear and speed gear. We've gone attack with attack percentage, crit damage, and accuracy. I could easily change this to attack. Take his accuracy completely out if I just want him to do damage in the arena. If I didn't want to use him anywhere else in the game, I would look for an attack banner. I don't even have one rolled up, but attack with speed and attack percentage. This is the best. This would be the best one I'd roll that up to 12. That would be a more offensive build. And I would switch these into crit rate gloves if I was going full offense arena. So that is Longbeard. Let's get him into some content. So I think we'll start with Clanboss. I've already hit Ultra Nightmare, so let's hit Nightmare. So we're on green affinity. It's actually his strong affinity, so we can throw him straight in. The rest of it works okay. I'm not speed tuned for this Clanboss, and his setup right now, he's got way too low defense for Clanboss. If you were doing the Clanboss build, all of that attack gear I put on his jewelry would be defense gear. The speed is high. It doesn't matter. I'm in a speed team here anyway. He will die early, but you'll get a good idea for what he's able to do. I do have a Draco in here who's also going to be applying weaken. So you know, if I switched these two out, for example, and went with a Tyrell doing my decreased defense and decreased attack, and went with I could go with anything else here now. We've got weaken. We just need a poisoner like a frozen banshee or any of those type of champs. And that would be just as solid in terms of the debuffs that we're landing. They're not all built though, unfortunately, so we're just going to roll in with my normal team for now. But this is obviously high-end team. I have done takeovers where I run him in a much lower-end team, and he does a ton of work. Straight in with the ally attack. So you've gained an extra, 400k damage. Before debuffs are even landing, we've done 400k extra damage because of his ability. That will scale up throughout the fight. Obviously, I don't have him with Warmaster on here, so that side of things, he's not going to do tons of damage himself. And if you were doing a Clanboss build, the Masteries would definitely have your Warmaster build on it. Obviously, he's thrown out that weaken. He gets that ability back every 2 turns, so it's very quick. Here goes another ally attack. We just gained about 500 to 600k more damage from doing that attack there. That's what he does. Weaken and ally attack. That's what he's all about. But actually, it's worth a lot. That extra 600k, compare it to just having another champion here, is huge when you do that over the course of a whole run. So I'm going to let this run through, and then I will jump into something else. Okay, so we're up to turn 33. We're cruising through on Nightmare with this team. This team's way overpowered for it, but what you can see is damage per turn is extremely high, and he is bringing a lot of that damage per turn, even if he's not doing the damage himself. I've hit 1 key. I don't need to do any more damage there. So you can see here, his damage, he doesn't have Warmaster on, but his damage is way below everyone else's. All of the damage in this team coming from Old San, and Draco, but he is enabling a lot of that damage. So don't discount how much work he's doing to push up other people's damage in those ally attacks. Let's show off a couple of his best areas then. So for me, his best dungeon is going to be Fireknights. So you can throw him in here. He is the wrong affinity for Fireknight 20. So again, for the current build, he may be targeted and he could get you in trouble. Throw him into this team. You can definitely use him though to pull your way into stage 20. Throwing the ally attacks in is going to help you just get through the waves generally, but massively going to help you when you get onto the actual boss. Plus he hits pretty hard. If you build him to hit hard, it will do a lot of work for you. But it's mainly in there, especially if you're not running a counter-attacker, it's mainly in there to get the ally attack off on the main boss. So we should clear our way through this. Probably wasted that a little bit there. It's fine. I'll ping it through to the boss so you can see what that works like. So when you get to the boss, the most important thing is to be able to break that shield. If you get an ally attack right at the start like this with a few multi-hitters, look at that. Shield's gone down. We've got decreased defense and weaken out straight away. And we've got 3 people in here that can drop turn meter now. So this shield should not go back up. And it's going to be a quick run. So it just shows the power. Obviously, we got a bit lucky with the ally attack coming in straight away. But shows the power. So although he only did 115k and everyone else did the damage, he enabled that shield to go down that early. He did that work. If we were to think about other dungeons, things like dragons, things like ice golems, dragon in particular, he will do ally attacks to enable your poisoners to throw the poison out. Like if you had a frozen Banshee in there, she'd be throwing extra poison dots on the dragon. And yeah, and he's the right affinity to do any of the other dungeons. So all of that works really well. He'll be pretty strong for you in all of those areas. But let's get to the main event. Let's get to the main reason that we love this guy. Definitely the area that I want to try him in most. So he's going to go straight into my blender comp. My blender comp is normally Lanicus in this spot, but it's going to be my skull crown. Let's make sure I pick the right one. Just need to check which one it is actually, because I've got 2 built at the moment for different things. It's going to be this one, super slow one, 107 speed. Yeah. So we've got a 107 speed. Is it that one? No, that one. 107 speed there, and then a Senacia right behind them. So this is kind of like my farming comp, how I get medals quick. And basically what we do is we tear through the enemy. So we go in, he's in immunity set. They're all in immunity set apart from my Arbiter. So I can press auto, and basically what's going to happen is we're going to auto attack and slam everybody down. Interestingly, the difference between Longbeard and Lanicus is that Longbeard focuses on the leader. Longbeard will focus the leader, whereas Lanicus will focus the person with the most buffs. So interesting point. I learned it quite recently actually, but yeah, if you look here, so if Lanicus was in this fight, she would focus on the person with the most buffs who is highest in the turn order. Yeah, so I think whoever's number 2 in turn order, I think it's this one. I think it's Morley. So Lanicus would go here, but Longbeard on auto will go here. So slightly different AIs also could mean, like that's happened there. I would rather we'd gone there, because now she can pick everybody back up, etc, etc. So just beware of that. If you're going to just press auto all the time, or if you're going to be throwing people in your arena defense, which pretty much means you're running on auto, just be aware that they slightly change the setup. So I lost that fight on auto. If I had manualed the fight, same start. If I'd manualed the fight, ally attack, and gone after the person I wanted to, we win the fight. See the difference? So just beware of that. It's slightly different, but you can just see the work we're doing. So if I'll show you 2 fights quickly. This team here, I'll end the fight before we win. So this team here, let me just slow it down. Watch how much damage we're hitting for with Longbeard in the team. So we're going 20s up to 50Ks. 20s up to 50s for each individual hit. If I sub my Lanitus in, which is the one I've been using up to now, to do that same job, you'll see the power that Longbeard is bringing here. So if we focus the Lanitus in this setup, doing the same job, you'll see what we're hitting for now. 20s to 35s pretty much there, I think. So you see the difference in that power that Longbeard is going to bring to my setup, which is huge. An extra 15 odd K is a lot of damage when you're fighting in plats, when you're fighting anywhere actually. So he just absolutely brings the blender team, the food processor team alive. And I've got a video out on the food processor, so if you want to see different versions of it, different champions you can use in their places, you can absolutely do that. So guys, if you've got yourself a Longbeard, make good use of him. He's tons of fun. He opens up teams that perhaps weren't open to you before, and he is absolutely end game meta in a lot of areas of this game. I've been Hell Hades. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you all soon.